climb to the top of the world, but the North Star has already flown. I hear rumors of a place where the soul was born. Watch all the bright lights shimmer, try to see something where there is none. And I really believe that I could touch the sun. Who's inside my mind? Who's inside my mind? Everything is alright, but I keep seeing ghosts in the daylight. Who's inside my mind? Who's inside my mind? Everything is alright, but I keep seeing ghosts in the daylight. I turn the lights down low and watch all the vampires in silhouette. I run for the hills and try to keep my head. Still a chance, we can make it if you hold on, hope. It's what I'm saying, but the words don't come out right. Who's inside my mind? Who's inside my mind? Everything is alright, but I keep seeing ghosts in the daylight. Who's inside my mind? Who's inside my
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Para-Prob podcast. And actually, we are on our 10th episode already, if you can believe that. Well, 11 if you include the Thanksgiving one, but yeah, who's counting? Not me. But anyway, hopefully you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. I enjoyed myself. I got fatter and lazier. But yeah, it was still a lot of fun. I hope everybody had a great holiday so far, and getting ready for what's coming next, which is obviously Christmas. So I'm excited. More of this stuff behind me. So tonight, guys, we have a very, very, very special show tonight because I have not one but two amazing co-hosts. You heard me right, guys. You're co-host tonight, so deal with it. Well, one's used to it. The other one, well, yeah, no, they're both used to it. We'll have some fun with this one. But tonight is about a topic that we do actually very frequently, and it's networking, communicating, building yourself up. We've already talked about building a team. We've talked about building up your network a little bit. We kind of touched on that, building up your equipment. We talked about many things, but tonight is going to be something that's honestly becoming more and more important in this field, and that is promoting yourself, networking, finding the right channels, every pun intended, to work with. And I couldn't think of two better co-hosts because both of them are legends in their own. So I'm going to bring up the other one. I'm going to bring up one, and I'll leave the second one for a surprise here. You know who it is, mister. So the first one The first one is not just one of my really good friends. I consider him one of my brothers, one of my best friends, and he has been a hell of a support ever since I knew him, and it's been a great relationship ever since. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him. You definitely love him. The one and only Brian. What
I think it's
up?
known him, right? Known
No,
him.
no,
Known him.
no.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a paranormal investigator. I don't English.
Okay.
I can barely read. You guys are lucky I can read.
Oh, that's funny.
And the other.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Like I
see the
said,
people in the room. Something I don't understand about StreamYard.
what's that?
When I'm in StreamYard, when I go up to you, when I use your link to go up,
Mhm.
why can't I like message and write in the chat as well?
I don't know. I don't know about that. Well, you know what? I'll have to talk to StreamYard. I'll send them
Yeah.
a.
Well, you're affiliated with them now, so there you
Right,
go.
that's right. We just got an affiliation with StreamYard. I'm so excited with that.
Hi, Courtney. Hi, Nikki. Hello.
So yeah, guys, if you are thinking about starting your own podcast, listen in because we'll be kind of touching on that tonight. But also feel free to use the link that's down in the description. Give you a little bit of a deal, a little help out. But it's part of the affiliate program that we are a part of. So, but we have another co-host tonight, and this guy is.
I love it when he's on.
Same.
Yeah.
High energy, a lot of fun. And honestly, even on his bad days, it's always good to see him. It's
for sure.
He's an amazing individual. He knows if anybody knows about networking and promoting, it's him.
Definitely.
I would say the godfather of networking, but I think the title.
He's a godfather of a lot of things.
You know what? I think the title though, Don, is better suited for him. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Victor Santiago.
What up, my people?
I think we should call him Don. I think we should call him Don Juan. What do you think?
Don Juan Corleone. I like that, Brian. I like that. What's up, everybody? What's going on, y'all?
Don V. What is up, my brother?
You know, everything good over here. How's everything over there?
Now, it doesn't look like this yet, so hopefully we'll get to it. Hopefully we'll get to it soon. So everyone in the chat, you know how this works. So if you have any questions, comments, whatever, feel free to pop them in. We would like to be very interactive. Nikki's here.
Yeah.
What's up, Nikki?
Buttery Chicken's here. Leafy, what's up? How you doing? Keith Evans, how you doing? Welcome back, brothers. And Tanner, what? Tanner's.
I do want to mention one thing with Courtney.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with Courtney, I think a week and a half ago. I hope things have turned around for you. I just want to say that.
Absolutely. I didn't hear. I just heard there was something. I just didn't hear what. But
yeah,
none of my business. But Brian, we actually need to talk with this one right here, Anna. Anna was just on my show. She was on the Para-Prob podcast last Friday. She's got her own podcast, and she's looking to start networking.
Okay.
So we'll have to talk. I want to talk.
Yeah, she's on my friends list as well. She wants to reach out to me, message me, and if you want to get up onto Para-Prob's network, start your show right off the bat with some good networking, then that's the way to do it. Okay, Tanner. Yeah, so just reach out to me and we'll talk about getting you up onto Para-Prob's network for sure.
Absolutely.
What's Vic? What does that mean? What's Vic?
What's up? I think you forgot the up.
Yeah, he forgot the UP.
Okay.
Anthony's probably still asleep.
Yeah, I know Courtney just say things haven't turned around. Well, you know, everybody's around to help. So whatever you need, just reach out and we'll try to do our best to help.
That's right.
So absolutely.
You're part of this community too. So
that's what it's about right there.
Okay, good, Anna. Just reach out to me and we'll get you up on the network. And how it's done is I will make you an editor on Para-Prob Network Central, and you can start your show. You're welcome.
Awesome.
Yeah. You're welcome, Courtney. It's
easy.
that easy. And I know Maria is starting a new podcast, and she's going to be up on She's going to be up on Para-Prob with a new podcast, which is I'm looking forward to seeing.
Brava.
So more podcasts coming. More
Awesome.
podcasts coming.
Awesome.
So,
That's
and
great.
obviously, Nikki is going to be starting her podcast soon.
Heard about that.
And so I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Okay.
And you know what I love? I love people that are on the kind of the shy side, and then they want to start their I will Courtney, when they want to start a podcast. For example, Sarah Squeakers. When she first started with you guys, you could see how much of an introvert she was,
Yes.
but then you could see her growing and growing and growing and growing.
Yes, definitely.
And we'll talk. I'll talk with you soon, Courtney. So you can see her growing and growing and growing, and that's what I love. And I know that's going to happen with Nikki as well. She's just going to
100%.
grow and get better, and that's what
Right.
it's all about.
Yep. And that's why I'm really glad that we're doing this show tonight, and why. And I'll be honest with you, I said on Friday, and I think on Holy Trinity too, I had no idea what I was going to do tonight. But to me, networking, that just makes sense. You know, because there's a lot of people out there who are starting their own podcast, and I've seen them. And one of the biggest things that I noticed whenever I started was that networking. And honestly,
Yeah.
working with Fedora, Scott Morton, I've said this, he's what started that for me. He's like, dude, you
Yeah.
have something here, you need to run with it. And I
Yeah.
went, okay. But
yeah, and that's the biggest thing is finding the right people, because you're going to go through a lot of bad apples till you get to the good apple, you know. So that's the biggest thing with, and networking is very, very important, obviously, but and it's happened to me, it's happened to you, Matt. I'm sure it's happened to you, Victor, that you think you know somebody, you think this is going to be a good person to connect with, to network with, and then you find out later down the road one person was really after more of using than actual networking together. And it happens a lot, unfortunately, in this industry, or any industry for that matter.
Yeah, and you know, and you're right. I see it all the time, not just on Para-Prob network. I see it on my end as well. You know, people join in for the wrong reasons.
Yep.
And I say it all the time, you know, and I started cleaning up my page like yesterday a little bit, because you know, you have people that are on your page or friend request you, and they have either no connection with you, they don't communicate with you, or they have nothing to do with what we're doing. So why are you even friend requesting or want to be on the page? So what agenda are you, you know, it's on your mind? I mean, if you're not going to interact with what we're doing,
Mhm.
then why be on a page? Why friend request? So to me, in my mind, I'm thinking either you're shopping, you know, you're shopping for connections, or you're just trying to be nosy.
Yeah.
Or
And
or
you're
stop
right.
problems.
You're right, because there was somebody that joined Para-Prob Network, the app, and he reached out to me because he was looking to advertise on the app, in which he did. And I was there very obviously very thankful for. And we started talking, and I took a look at his stuff. And I'm not going to mention any names. But we started talking, we started communicating, we started talking almost every other day. And I thought we were developing a great friendship. And later to find out that wasn't the case. He and I will say this, he was using me. He knew that the app was getting popular. He knew the pages were getting popular, and he wanted a piece of that, but not in the right way. And, you know, I was helping him out a lot. I brought him on Through the Lens quite a bit, promoting his stuff, promoting his show, not his show, his network. And I later to find out that it wasn't legitimate. He was basically trying to ride the coattails. And I helped build his page up.
Wow.
And he had something like, I think it was something like 500 when we first connected, and right after we connected, I started promoting. He went up from 500 to 1,200,
Mm,
and that's when things started going south.
mm,
And I actually spent some time. I went down to the States. I spent some time because I was invited as a guest,
Mhm.
and and I was treated like crap. I was
wow.
treated like crap while I was there, and you know, and then when I got back, I started noticing other things, and finally, unfortunately, I had to block them because, you know, and that's what I mean. Like, networking is very important, obviously, but you really have to do your research, and you really have to ask a lot of questions on
Mhm.
who you're associating yourself with and your brand,
Right.
because not only could that hamper your brand, it could just destroy your brand.
Yes.
But you know, you got to be really careful because networking is great. You have to do it.
Right.
But I'll go back to what I just said. You really have to do your research and find out why this person wants to connect with you.
Right.
Is it
Which-
because? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. Which Donna said that's sad. Hey, Rochelle.
I just want to say something about David.
Yeah.
David Hope.
Yeah.
I want to congratulate him on finally starting a YouTube channel.
Mhm.
And if people can go to Huntophobia Canada,
Yeah.
and I put his YouTube link in Huntophobia Canada, and so people
Rachel.
can go over and subscribe to his channel.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I subscribed to his channel. He hit me up. I subscribed,
Yeah.
and big shout out to Ashley too. Ashley got contact.
Oh yeah, Ashley notified me too as
Right.
well, and I told her, I said thank you. I already subscribed though. You're 2 minutes too late.
Right. So going back, a little feedback on what you were saying, Brian, about
Yeah.
you know networking. Networking is big for what we're doing. You know, as far as paranormal and me as a talk show host, because that's what's going to bring up you know our views and and our shares by connecting and bringing people onto our shows. But I learned that I just can't anyone that friend requests me, I don't accept. Right? If I don't know you, I don't accept you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you're not recommended from someone that's been on my show or someone that really knows me, then I don't accept it. So that I kind of do it that way so I can protect my guests and my friend list
Yeah.
from predators. I call them predators.
You're fine.
Or
uh,
trolls. Trolls
or
is a good word.
trolls.
Yeah.
Because you never know what that person agenda is to come on your page, and I get it all the time. And sometimes I get friend requests and I say, let me look at this person. I like you said, Brian, I research them. I go on that page, I see what they up to and what they're about. And sometimes they're not even nowhere near what I'm doing. So I say, okay, well, this person, I don't know him and hasn't been recommended to me. I'm not going to accept it. And I've gotten people where they've gone so far to call someone that I've known to try to connect them with me. And the person called me and said, hey, you know this person? I said, no, I don't know them at all. I said, why? Well, they're trying to get to your page. They want to get into your page. I said, do you know them? They're like, no, they just reached out to me. So, there's some people that go to that extreme to try to get on your page. For what reasons and purposes, we don't know. So you really got to be careful on who you bring on your page.
Yeah.
So let me ask you both this then. And for those who don't know, both of these two gentlemen have really good shows, really good podcast. Well, obviously Brian is in the paranormal. Victor does paranormal and a bunch of other ones with the Don Vic show. So let me ask you guys this: starting out, we've already established that there's going to be a lot of new shows coming out. Obviously, getting guests, that's a hassle. That's a task on its own. Getting the audience is just a matter of networking here again. So what's your I guess your best advice to start out? If someone brand new, they just got their setup, they're ready to go, they want to start building. Besides what you've already stated, what other suggestions?
Uh,
Go ahead, Vic.
well, I would say if you're going to start new, fresh, depending on what you're bringing to the table. If you're a host like me, that I vary with different types of people, directors, actors, comedians, paranormal people. I'm everywhere. Then you need to reach out to those type of people that you want to bring on your show. Um, if you're paranormal, then that's easy. All you need to do is go to Parapost Network or P3. You know what I'm saying? And you connect, and you connect with those people, and you start there. With me, it's a little more difficult because since I just don't do, say, paranormal itself, I do all types of stuff.
Mhm.
So I have to do a little bit of more work. I gotta reach out to certain directors or actors and say, hey, my name is such and such. I run the show. Would you like to come on my show? You know what I mean? I seen you. I did some research. I like what you're doing, and I would like to bring you on the show and interview you. We can talk about what you've done in the past and what you're doing now in the future. And then you wait for the response. And if the response is yes, then you give them a date, time, and you bring them on your show. So that's how you do it. And then if you do a great show and they like you, then they recommend more people to you.
So you're saying start out and just basically just we call it cold calling. You basically just cold call them. You just reach out. No,
Right.
Cold
no,
messenger, actually.
you-
Cold
messenger
messenger.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, you call messages. Yeah, right.
and
Facts.
and you pitch yourself, and I think a lot of
Yeah.
people forget too that when we network, we're selling ourselves.
Yeah.
Where it's the show is the product, and so you just randomly just find someone you want, you just pick somebody out and just
Well, for me, when I started
Mhm.
with people I knew, right?
Okay.
Like like when I first started, it was all a rap. This was all about music. My show was all about music. And I started with friends that I knew. I said, "Hey, you're nice. I like your music. You want to come on my show?" And it started like that. And from my friends coming on, other people started watching and reaching out and say, "Hey, I like your show. Can I come on your show?" And I said, "Sure." And that's how I started bringing people into my show. Then when I started acting, those people came aboard. The actors, the comedians, and stuff like that. And that's how I grew in the past 2 years. I probably got over 100 and something, over 200 shows that I've done already
Mm.
with all types of different people. But that's how um I recommend someone to start. If you're not comfortable with trying to reach out to just random people on Facebook and try to bring them on, start with somebody that you know, and then bring them on your show and start from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because when we first started through the lens, me and Lex, the first 3 or 4 months, it was really it was a test, really, on where we were taking the show, and it kind of turned into we were going to be interviewing up and coming paranormal investigators, and that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to give people kind of like a voice. We wanted to show what's behind the camera.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when you're seeing these paranormal investigators, you're only seeing the investigation.
That's
You're
right.
not you don't know who the people are that are behind the camera.
That's right.
And that's what we wanted to do. We wanted these people to talk about themselves, how they got into the paranormal, and where they're planning on going. Like I think back to I think back about with all our shows, and there were quite a few people that were on YouTube that were struggling to get to that 1,000. And once they were on through the lens and people really started seeing the show and seeing the people behind the camera, they went over and subscribed. Like I can think of a few people like the Patrol, Robert and Robert. They were at like 650 for like quite a while. And once they got onto the show, a week and a half later, they had 1,000.
Awesome.
You know, and it's the exact same thing with Jenny Love Paranormal TV. She was the exact same thing. She got up past 1,000 when she was on the show because people started seeing who she was as a person.
Right.
And that was the biggest thing with me and Lex. We wanted to showcase these people that the videos that you were seeing. And that's where it started for us when it came to Para-Post, through the lens, I mean. But I think when it comes to starting your own podcast, I think really you have to have a plan to begin with. Where you want to take your podcast? What are your thoughts? What are your needs? What are your, what are you looking to do? And I think that's very important. Getting the guests, yeah, that's important. But I think, where do you want to take your show?
Right.
What direction? And I know Victor's all over the place, and that's great, and that works for Victor.
Right.
But it might not work for somebody else.
That's right.
So you really have to have a plan on what you want to do and where you want your podcast to go.
Right.
And that's what me and Lex talked about in the first month or two. Where do we want this to go? And it's done well. It's done really well. We've done a lot better on Facebook than we have on YouTube. But for obvious reasons, Facebook is just, it's so out there, and you can stream to multiple pages on Facebook. You only have one page to stream to on YouTube. So, right. And then I think with the community, the paranormal community, there's a lot of people on Facebook within the paranormal community that are sharing out your stuff. Like, right. There could be a video on Para-Post that's shared out 56 times.
Right.
When we first started Para-Post, I think, Matt, your first show on Para-Post Network Central, I think, hit 1,500.
Something like that, yeah.
So it's like when people are coming to the page and sharing it out, which is what I ask people to do when they come in, share out the page. You don't have to share it out 50 times. You can just share it out once.
Yep.
Right. And that could bring over 5 new people to the page that are going to be watching your show, that are going to go, wow, I really like that show, right. And continue watching it. And then they share it out, right. So. Yeah.
And see, one thing I like to do, especially like I know with Brian, with your stuff, and Victor, I mainly hang out on Victor's stuff on Facebook, but I have gone on to the YouTube side over at the Don Vic Show. But I go onto your guys's YouTube side, the Through the Lens and everything like that, and I share your YouTube show out.
Right.
So that way it's kind of a both. You get your views, but you're also getting the YouTube side as well. So let me ask you guys this then. So you both said the same thing. Whenever you're networking with your friends, or your people, once obviously that starts growing, because I mean, look at Para-Post, Victor, and even with you and me when we met up through Minnesota, our networks start growing. How do you start filtering out those toxic individuals? What are some things to look for?
Good question. Unfortunately, I will say this. I don't think you're really going to ever get rid of all of them. You're always going to have one or two that are going to come in the room and be negative and say some nasty stuff, especially through YouTube. There was a guy that was on the show when we did the show yesterday. He came up and, he says the same thing every time he goes on the show. I think he's a troll, but, unfortunately, you're never going to get rid of them. I think eventually with people like that, they eventually go away. They get bored and they move on to somebody else. So trolls are trolls. They're always going to be there.
Right.
But what they don't realize is they're giving you a view.
Right.
They're giving you a view. So, troll all you want. You're still giving a view to the podcast, so. Right.
And the funny thing, I'm sorry about Brian. The funny thing that Brian was saying about the views, like I know I'm new with Para-Post. I'm like new, but I think I'm doing pretty good on Para-Post.
Yeah, you are, man.
I think I'm doing better on Para-Post than I am on Facebook and YouTube. No lie. And I'm like, and it amazes me because I'll be like, how is it that I'm doing much better on Para-Post than I am on my own page, and I'm getting all this love from the paranormal world than I am in my own page. But sometimes you have people that watch your stuff and they don't like it or share it, but they watch it. Those are I call them the night trolls. They don't want to see you grow, but you know what I'm saying. But they watching your show, but they don't want you to know that they watching.
Mm-hmm.
The lurkers.
The lurkers, yeah.
Hey, I got one of those.
And so but I'm just glad that Brian brought me aboard and gave me another platform, and the people on Para-Post love me. P3 love me.
Absolutely no regrets on bringing you on the show,
and I appreciate
There's
that.
Absolutely no regrets. I don't think Para-Post would be Para-Post without the Don Vic show.
Thank you, man.
And
Appreciate that.
I've always said that yes, it's a paranormal channel, yes, but we're just not about the paranormal too. If you have a show that you're into cooking, and I know there's a show going to be coming out for that as well, by somebody we all know. So so at the end of the day, you know what? It's just not about the paranormal. I'm so happy that people are reaching out, going, I'd love to be on your platform. Great. Here's the logos. Go crazy. I made you an editor. Go crazy. And I would love to see all kinds of different things on there. I'd love to see, the cooking show. I'd love to see all kinds of different things. And, really at the end of the day, everybody that comes to the page are going to be welcomed by the people that are with the page. Amen. So you don't have to worry about somebody being, because honestly, I've never really seen anything said that's been nasty through Para-Post on any shows.
I haven't seen it either.
I haven't heard anything now.
No. So, and that's what's great.
All right. Well, guys, we're going to be right back. We're going to play 2 really quick videos. The first one, obviously, the P3. We're going to be playing that, which your boy over here is in. And actually, Brian's over here, too.
You know what? I'm surprised you've never asked me.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
I love it.
The want to ask has been there, but I know whenever we first spoke about it, you were a little hesitant, so I didn't want to push the issue out of respect. Say,
okay, how many months have passed since then?
What stopped you to say, hey, Matt, why can't I join?
This is true. Good point. Good point.
By the way, guys, this is just banter. Brian knows I love him. And I know he respects the hell.
Exactly.
Listen, but this is what we do. This is what we do. This is what the family does. And also, the other video we're going to play tonight is Global Ghost Hunt. So, guys, we'll be right back after this quick break.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to sit down with me for a minute? I'd like to tell you I've been there, I've been in it. And if you feel alone, if you're scared and you're scattered, take a look at yourself. Can you think of what matters? What matters is that you're taking all the love that you have and you give it and you're living in a way I could say it's a way that radiates. What matters is that you're living in a way in which you wanna let love lead your feet when your fists wanna battle, when your cage's been rattled. What matters is all the love you provide just by being alive, all the tears that fill your cup. What matters is that you know you're a diamond in the rough, that you know you are enough, and that you know what fall else. What matters is you.
sun above, it's making us come together. Been making plans and joining hands. Come by me, stand and come together. When they know we've had enough, they'll try and call our bluff. But no, there's no stopping us. We're making a promise. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh. We're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. They say we're weak when we don't speak, but they don't see us come together. Behind closed doors, we choose love, not war. It's at our core when we come together. They will hear us loud and clear. We'll walk right through the fear. And then once we'll all appear and say, we're standing right here. Come on. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh. Yeah, we're starting up something.
Started
Welcome
up
back.
something. Oh, hey, I love that song. I love that. I'll be all hyped up. I'll be all. Oh.
Hey, what happened?
Yeah,
What happened here?
You know what? Here, let's do this. There we go. but no, seriously, like with the songs, I don't know what it is. It's just I go to Creator Studio on Facebook, and I just find them, and it's for some reason these just
That's
fit,
perfect.
and it's
That's a
just
perfect
nice.
song. Perfect.
So before we continue on, I do want to give a couple special shout outs, obviously, to our sponsor, Maglite. Guys, see, I have said it, I don't know how many times, but seriously, join the Maglite Nation. Head on over to maglite.com. Get yourself a Maglite because this is what we do. And even if we don't, I'm sure, Victor, you use Maglites. You use the flashlight. You always
Yeah.
have a need.
I do.
Why not? Why not grab a Maglite? Head on over, guys. And they have some apparel. They've got hats, shirts. They got a bunch of shit over there. And it's great stuff. And obviously, it's made here in the U.S. So you know it's quality. The other thing I also want to say, no offense, Brian, but
Why am I not surprised that was said? I was thinking, okay, here it comes.
it was in the script.
Here it comes.
It was in the script. Squeakers wrote it. I also, guys, we announced a little bit earlier, we are now affiliated with StreamYard, and I couldn't be happier. Honestly, I started out using Facebook Live and a couple other things, but when I switched to StreamYard,
Melon.
Yeah,
For the love of God, Melon.
Yeah, I tried Melon, I think, once, and I was like, no. StreamYard, guys, trust me, if I can use it, anybody can frickin' use it. It is amazing. I love them, and thank you, StreamYard, for being an affiliate with us. I appreciate it. Love you guys. If you're thinking about starting up your own podcast or even just any type of investigating you want to do, you want to promote.
Oh,
And we lost
that was
them.
weird. He's promoting
going-
StreamYard. He gets booted out.
Yeah, he get booted out. About that, huh?
What?
Oh, don't happen.
What the heck? That's kind of funny. You're promoting StreamYard and you get booted out.
Yeah, you got booted out.
That was my internet, because even on my phone it messed up. Anyway, but yeah, no, definitely go check them out. That was not StreamYard, but anyway. But also, guys, you saw the P3 video, guys. P3. We're family. Love all my P3 family members.
Here,
And we
how
have.
many sorry for cutting off. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we have 2 brand new P3 family members that we will be announcing sometime this week.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
waiting. I have a contract from one. The one is actually in the audience. I've already seen them in here. So welcome to the
Cool.
family. The other one, I'm waiting on a contract back, or an agreement back. I don't want to call it a contract because it's just an agreement.
How many? How many is that now?
I think we have 30 individuals with almost 20 teams represented.
Wow.
We're growing.
Good
We
for
grow.
you.
We grow.
Wow.
We've been
That's
growing
great.
almost every week. And you know what? I have to do a whole new video. I have to redo this video again because it's getting there's too many to put on StreamYard.
Pretty soon, you're going to have so many people. It's going to be a 30-minute commercial.
And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. If I gotta,
Yeah.
start a half hour early just to play the P3 video, screw it, I will.
But
That's great.
But obviously, guys, and you also saw a video for Global Ghost Hunt. Brian, I'll let you promote Global Ghost Hunt. It's your
What's
deal.
wrong with you people? No. I'm joking. What's wrong with you people? No.
Yeah, why haven't you
Global
heard about
Ghost
it
Hunt, what's that?
why haven't you heard about it yet, people? Come on.
Yeah. Global Ghost Hunt. If you can go check it out, if you have a paranormal investigation team, you have a location, you want to be part of this global event, go over to globalghosthunt.com, sign up your team, sign up your location, and we'll get you your 15 minutes of fame, so people know who you are. They can go over to your channel and start watching your videos. This is the great way to promote yourself because it is going to be seen all over everywhere. And I will let people know we are looking, because I know there was another event, and you only got an hour. We're hoping to give everyone 2 hours for their live streaming. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. And
we won't mention their names.
Yeah, we won't mention their names. But go over and sign up. It's next May, from May 4th to May 14th. And during those 10 days, if you have a location and you want to be a part of it, it's pretty easy. All you have to do is sign up your team.
And the other event I want to talk about is obviously Fear Fest New Orleans. Paralinks, our Paralinks family, Stephen Woodard and Howard Petrie and all them are putting on an event down in New Orleans. And I'm going to keep saying that, Nolans. And it's going to be next October. They're thinking probably the third week, I think they said, around the 20th. But basically the way to think about this one, folks, is a paranormal convention with a Mardi Gras twist. And they are including a parade on that one. Ooh. And along with me going to be obviously involved with the Global Ghost Hunt, I will be going to Fear Fest. It's official.
Nice.
Mackenzie, the Wicked Consultant, and I will be getting married actually October 17th. Ooh. And on the 18th, we are leaving for Louisiana. We are driving.
I forgot to mention one other thing about the Global Ghost Hunt, and she is in the room right now, and that's Sabrina.
Hi, Sabrina.
Sabrina, the owner of Proofs. We have partnered with Proofs, so some of the proceeds from the Global Ghost Hunt will be going to Proofs next year. So knowing that when you join and the administration or the fee to join, some of those proceeds will be going to Proofs next year.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And guys, keep watching keep watching us here on the Para-Prob and the Para-Crew podcast, because we do have not just a video for Global Ghost Hunt, but one for Proofs as well, which we will be playing kind of back and forth. We'll be going through. So you will be able to
you want to talk about that show that's going to be coming up in January as well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So as Brian just said, January 13th, the first Friday 13th of 2023, Global Ghost Hunt and Proofs will be doing a live show. You heard this right. It is going to be, what did I call it? GGH on air. Yeah.
Yeah, I
GGH
think
on
so,
air.
Yeah, yeah.
I even made a little logo for it.
Yeah.
I don't even know where that came out. Oh, I do know. AJ.
It's funny because
AJ.
when I saw it, I was going, okay, well, that doesn't make sense. And then I realized, okay. Boom, right over the head.
See, me and AJ and I, our brother AJ Capasso from Coventry Circle, when him and I get together, there's some weird shit that happens. But that
AJ.
he's like, I thought he said that we were doing this podcast or you guys were doing a podcast. So I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
things
It's actually Nando Desario,
Mhm.
who is the one of the supervisors with the Global Ghost Hunt. He's the one that's putting on the show, and we
Yep.
will be there.
Mhm.
And we, I don't know if Nando, Sabrina, has Nando reached out to you? I think he was supposed to about the show. So you're yourself.
Mhm.
We're hoping you're going to
Mhm.
be there
Mhm.
for the show on the 13th of January. And we're going to have some, hopefully, some special guests on that show.
Hopefully.
Tuning in.
So,
I'll be tuning in.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show. So
think
it's going to be a lot of
somebody
fun. Can't share this publicly.
Hmm.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Facebook's not letting her share it. What page are you on, Sabrina? I think someone did say hello. Okay. Yeah, Nando. Nando is going to be in contact with you.
Yes.
But he's setting all this up. It's all his idea. Great idea.
Yep.
And I'm super excited. And I think we said 7 p.m. Eastern time on.
Yeah,
Friday
so
the
we're going to
13th.
we're going to be talking more. We're going to get more in depth with what the Global Ghost Hunt is about. And then we'll also get more in depth on what Proofs is about as well.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be a lot of fun.
So when are we going to have several teams go out at the same time and do a live investigation? Like,
when you get your butt to either Canada or
Canada don't
Hey,
want me.
Pennsylvania.
Hey, he's within driving distance. So you tell
Yeah, I
me,
know.
you tell me, Victor. You tell me when you want to go. We'll go. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll get you out there. Salem's right there.
Boy.
I'll get
I'm
you.
sorry, Anthony. I apologize. Brian always comes on when I'm at work. I'm sorry. I don't do it on purpose. I love Anthony, and Anthony's a great guy, and I'm glad his podcast is on Parapost as well. And I see his show going far.
No, absolutely.
And I've told him that I see his show going far.
Oh.
So, I'm working on something, guys. Something I'm bringing new to the show, but I'm not going to say nothing until I film it, and then
Paranormal
go.
investigating.
No.
You know what I'd like to, and I know like several months ago, Vic, you did some lives when you were at, I think you were at a fight. Were you not?
Yeah, celebrity boxing.
Yeah, I'd love to see more of those on Parapost for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll definitely.
Yeah, that was
share
fun. That was good.
when I go out to the fight.
Yeah,
I
that was good.
I actually walked out one of the fighters. I was the corner man for John Jams Jr. He didn't win the fight, but I got to walk him out to the ring, and it felt good getting on the ring. It brought me back to when I was younger and I was fighting, just touching the ropes and feeling that mat. Man, I felt like I wanted to get in there, it just felt great. It just brought me back. And it's just an amazing experience just to be there, watching these guys fight.
Cool.
and entertain
I'd love
people.
to see more lives like that. That was great.
Mhm.
Those were
Actually,
good.
you know what? I'll be honest. Like, I did see that. I did see your live at the fight. That was great. I thought it was awesome. But you know what? You and this guy in the car. Now that's entertainment.
What? Us and the guy, we not
Him and IG were just blasting music, chilling out, rocking, having a good time. And you know what? That was freaking awesome. I was literally sitting here working on some videos. I had my two screens up. So I had one screen over here that had Vic and IG, and I'm just listening, just rocking.
You know
just
what-
making videos.
Yeah, you know what I would love to see, Vic? What I
What's
would
up?
love to see, your son being a singer, I would love to see you do a live with him doing one of his songs in the studio while he's
Okay.
singing. I would
Okay.
love to see that on
We're
Para-Post.
going to do that. We're going, there's a lot of things that I want to do, but
Yeah.
right now we're going through some real bad moments right now. The
Yeah,
whole
I know. I'm
family.
sorry
so,
about that.
So things are a little, a
It was
little
your
tense.
nephew. It was your nephew, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
There's
we
not
can get
much else
some-
I can say, man, other
Yeah.
than sorry.
Yeah, and
I'm
if we
sorry all
guys,
your
if you guys
family's
can
going
get
through.
some hearts in the chat for
Appreciate
Victor
it.
and his family, like I said yesterday, we love you, brother. We got you. We
Thank
got
you,
you.
man. I appreciate the love,
Yes.
and it's good to have a support system, with you, and for me, especially because I got friends, but I don't have friends. You know what I mean? Like I live alone. I don't really associate with a lot of people, just to avoid a lot of the bull crap and a lot of the fake stuff being around it. So that's why I'm a lot to myself. And when you guys see me, you see me with my sons. That's all I rock with. That's who I be with all the time. If I'm not with them on IG, I'm by myself. So to have you guys as a support system when most needed, man, meant so much to me. You know what I'm saying? From the P3 family to the Para-Post family, all the love I got from you guys meant so much to me, man. And I just want to thank you guys for the love and support. That means a lot.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's what we're here for, brother. And it also extends to your family as well.
Right.
If anybody in your family needs anything, we're here. We're here.
Right. So I'm definitely gonna bring some new stuff to the show. I want to bring some comedy to the show. I want to film something here at the house. Kind of like a little show type of thing.
Mhm.
I'm
I
still
would
waiting.
love to see the film of you and Matt going into a haunted house or abandoned house to see that film.
Oh, you gonna see smoke, smoke, boy, me running. Okay,
Come on, Vic. Let's go. Let's
You
have
know
some
what?
fun.
I think you should take him. I think you should take him to the North Carolina.
Oh, no.
Actually, I think Sabrina has a pretty good idea.
Sabrina.
So there's a haunted house in St. Paul, Minnesota, where she was born. Love to have us go there.
That'd be cool. There you go.
Road trip there, Don. Let's go, brother.
Okay. And you know what I love to do too, Brian? Did you, I'm a big fan of Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I would love to do something like in the woods. Go out with some cameras in the woods.
Well, call Joe. Contact
well-
Joe. He'll take you out. Where does Joe live? How far is he from you?
I have no idea. Joe's, I think he's in Texas.
Yeah,
I
because
think.
his podcast is coming back. He took a break. He's coming back with his podcast. But if you want to go with anybody that's experienced in Bigfoot, Joe's the man. Joe is the man that you want to be with. You know what I was thinking? What I was just thinking about when I said Matt and Vic going to a haunted house. I don't know why this picture came to my mind. I could see Victor coming in with a bunch of lights all over him.
Okay. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. You already know that. A bunch of light, a bunch of crosses, and a big like one of them what do you call it? Those guys that go up to space with them space suits on. You know what I'm talking about?
And all his lights are clap on, clap off, right?
That's an idea. That's an idea. We want to do some comic stuff.
Now my ass was sitting there just clapping the entire time watching the strobe.
He's got
Hey,
the
yes,
big.
man.
He's got
I
a
like
big,
that.
huge spotlight on there, making sure that nobody can go near him because it's like burning. It's
That's a good idea, Brian. That's a great idea.
Speaking of light, that not to bring it down a little bit, but this is actually a good saying, Aaron. That is amazing. I love that, and everybody should remember that. If you can't see the light, then be the light.
Yeah.
That's it, 100%.
Yeah.
Or look at Don Beck out investigating, apparently. But I want to see.
Exactly.
And
there you
I
go.
still say I want to see him and IG go a couple rounds, not bare fist or anything. You.
Me?
Yeah, I want to see. I think you and IG go in the town for the fight of Don or the title of Don.
Oh my goodness. I can never go against IG. I can never do
Yeah, I
that.
just don't see that happening.
I just see them both
My-
just giggling and laughing at each other.
Yeah, yeah. I can see us going to an investigation, me and IG, and both of us running, be like, it'll be something like the Stooges.
Oh, now that'd be fun. I'm telling you, I will get you guys out. I'm just gonna wait a couple of months and then just say, hey, I'm coming up to Boston area. Let's meet up. And then
Yeah.
once
I
I
think
get up
you're.
there, let's go.
I really think you're overanalyzing it too much. I don't think
Yeah.
it's as bad as it would be for you.
Mm-mm.
Honestly,
No,
I don't think it would be.
No.
I don't think the ghosts will come out for me. I don't
Throwing
think
this
they
out.
would.
I think my personal feeling is if I think you do it once, I think you'll like it. I think you will. And I could see you doing it a few more times and then really, really getting into it.
Mhm.
Right.
It's like what they always say, like me and Lex always say this on our show, that once you capture your first piece of evidence,
Yeah.
it's
Then
like a
that's
drug.
it.
It's like a drug, man. You want more
That's
and
it
more
for
and
me.
more, you know?
It is.
So
It is.
it is.
And honestly, and IG, I know you're still here. And what it's really like is if you just turn off your lights in your house and just sit there holding your phone and just ask random questions,
Not happening.
just talk to yourself. That's it.
Not
That's
happening.
that's it. There ain't nothing.
I think the problem with that is something, if he caught something,
I'll be gone.
yeah, I don't think he'd be living there much longer.
I could do it. I could probably do it if I had someone with me or a couple
Yeah, I
people
was
with
thinking
me.
the same thing.
Send me
But
your
by
address.
myself, I won't
I
do
got
it by
time.
myself.
Send me your address. I get paid this weekend.
It's not happening.
I think it's better to. I think it's better if there is something there. He just goes about his own business, and Victor does his stuff. And if you're going to be hanging out here, just don't say anything to me.
Well, then how
Please
about
don't.
this? How about this, Vic? I'll come up to Boston and then we'll go to IG's house. We'll investigate IG's place.
Jesus spirit is himself. Jesus spirit himself, boy.
Some things are left better unsaid.
Yes.
But you know what, guys? Honestly, like we were supposed to be talking about networking and stuff, but you know what? This is the type of network you need to involve yourself with.
Right.
Find those group of individuals who, and here's the thing: there's going to be people out there who don't agree with you. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. There's people that don't agree with me. There's people that don't agree with Brian. I don't know anybody that doesn't like Victor. We all love Victor,
Hang on, I
but
love
I'm sure you
guys.
got your haters.
Of
But you
course.
know what? We still do our thing. We still do our thing. We still have fun, and we actually, support each other. We support each other no matter what.
Yes.
That's where you start.
Mhm.
Find those people, and I'm telling you right now, like Victor said, Parapost is one great place to start.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Parapost is, and P3.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, unfortunately, when you're networking, you're going to run into those bad apples. But eventually, you will find that good apple that is really going to support you. You're going to support them,
Right.
and you're going to grow. And that's what happened with Parapost Network. We went through a lot of bad apples until we got some really good apples.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's funny you say that, Brian? Because I remember when I first started Parapost, I was looking at my, the people that were following me and liking. It was like, I don't know, I probably started with like 50 people, or something like that. I'm up to like 2,000 and something people,
Wow.
that engage on my page. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Think about 2,000 people. I got like 2,400 people that engage on Parapost. That's a lot. That's probably more than what I got on Facebook. Facebook, I probably got like 1,500,
Yeah.
1,600. So to have that much people follow me on Parapost, something that I have nothing to do with, my show just go on your page and people engaged on my show. man, it's all love.
You know what? I when I first saw your show, I was watching it because the only reason why like I said that I think I said this a couple of weeks ago. The only reason why I saw you is because somebody shared your show, and I just happened to be friends with that person, so I saw your show. When I saw your show, and I was thinking, first of all, great show.
Thank you.
First thing I thought. Second thing is, I looked at you as a person. You could tell that you're a great guy. And I don't care what kind of show you had. The reason I brought you over to Parapost was because of Victor and your co host, IG. I knew you guys would be good on Parapost. And it didn't matter what you guys were talking about. Your personality, the both of you, is so. And sorry, don't take this the wrong way. Please don't. It's very attractive.
Easy killer, easy nibbles. I mean, right.
Ken Allen, paging Ken Allen. No.
And what I mean by that is it's very attractive. You guys have got great personalities.
Thanks.
You love to have fun. You have fun. The laughing, the talking with people, it was very comfortable watching you. Even though it was the very first time I was watching you, to be able to bring that across on a podcast is very special.
Thanks.
And that's why I wanted to bring you to Parapost, because I knew people were going to enjoy you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
That's the reason.
And and that's the whole key, people, right? When you're an entertainer, that's exactly what you are, an entertainer. So when we do shows, right? Well, for me, I do a show. I like to be funny, engage with my guests. Yes, we get the point across, whatever the subject is, but I like to make people laugh. I like to make them feel comfortable enough to open up to me and say things that they wouldn't normally say, on another podcast, because they feel so comfortable talking to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the whole thing with my show. I want people to feel comfortable. I want people to be able to open up and be themselves. I don't want you to come on my show and be a character. Be you, be yourself. I want to know who you are as a person. I don't want to know the acting part of you. I want to know who you are as a person, and so does my viewers. Because you say you're an actor, Brian, right? You're an actor, and in your movies you're a bad character, or people just don't like you because you're this type of guy. Now I bring you on my show, and you bring that same character, then you're not being authentic. You're not being you. You're being a character, and I don't want that. I want you to be Brian. I want you to be you, so that people be like, you know what? I hated him in the movie, but I loved him on the show. He was so cool. He was like different. Like, this dude was awesome. He was like, So that's why I like my show, and I love to do it. And and I wish I can inspire other people to be a little more like me, with my energy, because energy attracts other energy, and I just want.
It's addictive. It's addictive.
Right.
It's addictive.
Right. So if you're a boring host, then your show is going to be boring.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah. Just a curious question for you, Victor. Have you ever had a show? Because I know me and Lex have. Have you ever had a show where it was like pulling teeth to get answers out of someone?
Yes, I've had some of those shows.
Yeah.
I'm glad I had IG with me because we had, we started joking around,
Yeah.
Because see, I pick up things, and right away when I see something not going my way, I try to find a way how to fix it, how to make a joke out of it, or make the person laugh, and then I'll go jump into another question, or or I might change the subject around and trying to find where they're comfortable, their comfort zone is, so
Yeah.
that I can get them to talk. You know,
That's when you play crickets. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Actually, I have them downloaded. I think. Do I
You
have
know
it?
what? And,
Oh, I don't have
and
it on this one.
honestly,
on
we were talking about you know, I know your show's about today. It's about networking, but this includes everything when it comes to
Yes.
networking. You know, and everything we've talked about today. It's all about networking. It's everything involved with the shows. Everything. You know, talking with your guests, learning about your guests sharing out the show because they're on the show. Everything is involved with networking, and it's been an interesting ride for the last 7 months with Parapost. That is for sure. Interesting. It's been 7 months.
I thought it was
Something like
pushing a
that.
year.
No,
Yeah.
we didn't start Parapost till March.
Was it March?
It was March.
So yeah, it's
Beginning
been
of February, between around February, March, we started it.
Holy crap! Well, it's almost
Yes.
been a year. It's almost been a year then.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
What I would love other shows to do is to share other people's shows. You know,
Yeah.
because you know, I mean, for me, I share every show that I can. I share it. Every post that I see, I try to share it. Anything that I see, anyone that I know, I share it.
Yep.
And if other people could do the same, because a lot of us don't do that. A lot of us don't share other people's stuff, you know, but want them to share your stuff, their stuff.
Yeah, well, you know, and that's what it was all about, right? And that's what I said from the beginning. If you're going in the show and just watching the show, just a simple click. It takes literally 5 seconds.
The
Yep.
share
To
button's
share
right
it.
there. 2 seconds.
Yep.
It's not even
Yeah,
like
and what I do is when I go into the show, I share it to the Huntophobia Canada page, you know, or I share it to my personal Facebook, or I share it over to the Huntophobia private page, you know, but I mainly share it to Huntophobia Canada. And if somebody goes into the show, it literally takes 2 seconds to share it to your page.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's
That's
it.
it.
And I share, and for me, it's all the Para-Crew podcast on the public on both pages. The P3 family, I share it on my personal stuff. Paranormal consultant, you know, it's not a hassle. It's simple. And
Yeah.
what I like to do personally is I like to find these shows and these podcasts of people just starting out who just have one or two, you know, people watching them. You know, those are the people.
To uplift them.
Yep. And I just share them.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, because that's, you know, that's what we're supposed to do, right? As leaders, and you know, been doing this for a while, is to help others grow. You know.
Yeah. The more people share, the bigger it will be, and the more people will be, more podcasts will come to the page, because they're going to see how many people are sharing, and they're going to want to be a part of that. And you know, hopefully for the right reasons, but you know, but at the end of the day, if everybody goes into a page and they're watching a show, just give a simple click share, and you know, that's it. Like I said earlier, it literally takes 2 seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. And one
Go ahead,
more thing. So for the Parapost family and the P3 family that want to be on my show, you guys are welcome on my show, even though I'm not a paranormal investigator. You know, I'd love to have you guys on my
there's somebody
show
I
to
haven't seen
spread
in
the
a long
love
time.
and to share whatever it is that you guys got going. You guys are welcome on my show anytime.
And I do want to point out, right above Raymond's comment, if you can put those people up, you can. Rootless Destinations, great women. They have a great paranormal investigation team,
What's up,
and I'm
ladies?
happy to announce, if people don't know, they're a team with the Global Ghost Hunt.
Okay.
They signed up, and
Welcome.
to let them know, they're going to start receiving their stuff in January.
Ooh.
Their videos, their thumbnails, and everything will start in January. Just to let them know, unless AJ's already spoke to them about it. But you know, I'm looking forward to seeing them. But they got a great. They've been on Through the Lens a couple of times, and they're great. Couple of women that go out and do paranormal investigations. Now, Victor, if they can do it, you can do it, buddy.
Do what?
Paranormal investigation.
I'm not sure yet. You know, it's funny, Brian, because Matt been trying to get me out. Mark Wells, Brandon, Mark Lee. Like, I got a whole bunch of paranormal teams that have been trying to get me to come out, and we just don't know what team I'm going to come out with first. That's the
There
key.
you go. If
You don't
everybody
know.
in the room could do me a solid, if you can go over and go to Rootless Destinations YouTube channel, they got a great channel. They have a crap load of videos up there. If you can subscribe to their YouTube, that'd be amazing. And girls, I don't know why you never do it, but you can put your YouTube channel up in Huntophobia Canada.
What's the name of them? What's the name?
Right there, brother.
Destinations.
Destination.
They really are. They really are a great group. Really are. I'm already
Two wonderful women, and they do some great investigations. So if people can go over and follow them, that would be amazing. Thank you.
Awesome.
Oh, geez.
Great. I love it. Who's this? Anthony? I want to be interrupted by Lex.
You know what? I was going to give you a call this week and see if you wanted to come on Through the Lens.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So we have so much fun. We're out investigating. You must join us. So I'd love to. I'd love to join you girls and investigate for sure.
Yeah, and tune in, guys. Tune into the, to our future movie.
Yeah, we're still. We got to hook up and talk about that, Victor.
Hey,
because I think
I'm
we
trying
got
to tell
something
you,
there.
it's gonna be a hit because you're gonna have a bunch of scary ass dudes like me and IG running around like chickens with their heads cut off. For real.
Oh dear.
That's something that we should talk about and try to get done. It's it'll be hilarious.
Yeah, it would be hilarious. It would be hilarious. I'd love to see. Oh, you put up their link.
Yeah,
That's
I got
great.
it. I got
That's great, Matt. Yeah, I'd love to see that. I think we should really set a date and sit down and discuss it and where you want to go with it. I have some ideas.
That'll be great. I mean,
Yeah.
I always say this, right? Never feel too comfortable where you at, right? Always have your mind thinking about what's the next thing to do, what's the next step up, because that's the way you're going to grow and you're going to bring new content to the table. You're going to bring new ideas to the table. I love doing my show and I love interviewing people, but I want to do other things with my show. I want to get into, the filming thing and taking it to the next level. I want to do some comedy with my show, even with us, do some comedy things together, make some, even let's say I go out with Matt to go record and we do some comedy stuff, while we're there, me running, he catch me running and whatever it is and edit it and turn it into a series of clips of some funny stuff.
You heard it here first. Victor's already said he's going out. We're going investigating. I'll get him out.
So I just like to come up with ideas, but the more people on the panel, the more ideas we get. So I'm so for it to do other things.
Yeah. Good. We'll make 2023 a good year.
Yeah.
And I want everyone, before we close out tonight, I want everyone to really understand and kind of think about it. We were talking about networking, we're talking about building, we're talking about getting subscribers and all this and that. The one thing none of us ever said about is money.
No.
There's a reason. There's a reason why we network the way we network, because you know what? It's not about money. It's not about it. It's about, like Brian said, and Victor even said, and I've heard Victor say this, it's getting people out there
That's why we want the views. That's why we want subscribers. That's why we want people to watch, and we want you to share. Because when we bring our guests on, instead of maybe 50 people seeing them, 5,000 are seeing them.
That's right.
I mean, if you're just starting out, whether you're a new singer, a new actor, a new paranormal team, a new podcast, and you have that type of network behind you, that's going to do some amazing things for our field.
That's right.
That's why we do what we do.
Right.
It has nothing to do with a piece of paper.
Right. And remember, guys, we're building this whole network together. You know, we Para-Prob.
It's not my network, it's everybody's.
That's right. P3,
Yeah.
P3, Para-Prob, we all building it together. So, you know, all these viewers and all these, we all going to share those views. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, we all going to grow together, and that's the whole thing. Let's support each other. Let's, you know, share each other's stuff. You know, I say it all the time: share, because sharing is caring, right? And you know, so people, let's network. Let's you know, join these you know, these great sites and let's get it popping.
It's exactly what Sabrina said. It's growing together.
Yep.
Everybody growing together, making this a better place.
Can you imagine what this is going to be like in the next 2 years if we keep going to where we're going?
Yep.
How many people we're going to have in this network?
I can't wait. And you know what? I think it says it definitely says on one of the Global Ghost Hunt videos I did, together we make the difference. That's it. We do it together. We're not doing it solo.
Right.
You know, the success of all of our shows. I mean, let's be honest. Through the Lens is a great show. The Don Vic show, great show.
Thank you, guys.
And everybody who's, you know, on Parapost, Paralinks, everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
We doing this together. None of us are doing it for one individual person. Yes, Brian is known as, you know, Mr. Parapost because it's his. He should have that.
Right.
But it's not great because of Brian. No offense, but it's great because of everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what we're after. And you know what? Like I said earlier, there is a reason why I had these two on. And this is that. They're not after money. They're not after fame. They're not going to be the next. I hope you're not going to be the next Zach Baggins. I can't talk to you. I can't talk
terrible.
to you.
That's terrible. How dare you?
It's a demon. It's a demon. I got to take my shirt off. I hate that shit. Anyway. But no, they're in it for the right reasons. And they're my brothers, and I love them dearly. And I thank you both for joining me tonight. You guys are fucking awesome. I love you so much.
Thank you for having me, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You guys, anytime. And Brian, I'll be expecting. You'll expect that P3 contract.
Okay.
But anyway, guys, so that's going to do it for us tonight. Don't forget to catch Wednesday night. We have the Para-Prob podcast. I sadly will not be there. I have work. I'm not sure about the rest of this week, so I'll pop on whenever I can. I don't know what Squeakers and Lurker are up to. We'll have to see.
I got a question, Matt. How do I get my show on your P3?
On the P3 fam?
Yeah.
You just share it on it.
I got to share it. I can share it after I do the show. I share it on the P3.
Yeah, you share it. I don't care. P3 family page on Facebook, guys, is a public page. Anybody can share anything they want. Okay. It's a community page. That easy.
Cool.
I don't have a networking platform like Steven and Brian. Maybe I should. P3 streaming?
There's an idea.
See? You see how...
there I go, getting ideas again. We all know what happens then.
You see?
When's that cooking show starting?
I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea.
I want to see Matt cook, boy.
I want to see that.
Hey, I'm fat for a reason.
You're not fat.
You only see from here up. But anyway,
You're just well fed.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
2 chefs in the house. Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We love each and every one of you. And remember, guys, keep sharing them out because together we can make that difference. And that only leaves one thing left for me to say. Y'all have yourselves a great rest of your night. Have fun. Stay safe. And as always, guys, happy awnings.
Peace.